Students, welcome back to the online classes. We are dealing with the unit Arithmetic Progression. We'll be continuing with the same exercise as previous video. Students, moving to the exercise question number 13. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? We should find out the number of 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. For that, we shall write the smallest 3-digit number and greatest 3-digit number. What is the smallest 3-digit number? It is 100, and the greatest 3-digit number is 999. Now we should find out the list of numbers, that is, we should form the AP. For that, we should find the first term. To find out the first term, divide the smallest 3-digit number by 7. 100 divided by 7. 7 ones are 7, we get 30. Then 7 fours are 28. The remainder is 2. Now subtract the remainder from 100. 100 minus 2, we get 98. Since 98 is a 2-digit number, so that add 7 to this number. What we get is 105. Therefore, the first number is what? 105. To get the next number, add plus 7. What we get is 112. Again, to get the next number, add 7, you get 119. To find out the number of terms, we should know the last term or the nth term. How to find out nth term? That is, the greatest 3-digit number is 999. Divide 999 by 7. Now 7 ones are 7, we get 29. 7 fours are 28, then we get 19. 7 twos are 14, we get remainder 5. Now subtract 999 minus 5, we get 994. Therefore, the last term of this list of number is what? 994. If you check, all these numbers are 3-digit numbers. This list forms an AP because the common difference is same, that is 7. Friends, now the first term A equals what? 105. D equals A2 minus A1, that is 112 minus 105. We get the common difference D equals 7. Then nth term AN equals 994. We should find out the value of n. Which formula we should use? We should use the nth term of an AP, that is using AN equals A plus n minus 1 into D. AN equals A plus n minus 1 into D. Now substitute all these values in this formula. What is the nth term? AN equals 994, which is equal to what is the value of A? That is 105 plus what is the value of n? We should find out, keep as it is. Value of D is 7. Now shift 105 to LHS, we get 994. After shifting plus 105, it becomes minus 105, which is equal to the remaining term n minus 1 into 7. Now subtract 994 minus 105. We get 14 minus 5 is 9. Then 8 minus 0 is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. We get 889, which is equal to n minus 7 into n minus 1 into 7. Now divide 7 on both the sides. So 7 and 7 will get cancelled out. We get 889 divided by 7. Now 7 ones are, then we get 7 twos are, then we get 49. 7 sevens are, divide 889 divided by 7, we get 127. Therefore 127 equals n minus 1. Now shift this minus 1 to LHS, we get n equals 127 plus 1. So therefore n equals 128. The number of terms which are divisible by 7. Number of 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7 is 128. Students, will do a small revision of this question. We should find out the number of 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. In this question, the smallest 3-digit number is 100 and the greatest 3-digit number is 999. Divide 100 by 7 and 999 by 7, and you should subtract it by the remainder. After the whatever the number you get, that becomes the first term and this becomes the last term. Since it is a 2-digit number, we should add plus 7 to get the 3-digit number. Therefore, the first 3-digit number which are divisible by 7 is 105. Next, to get the next term, keep on adding plus 7. Again, to get the next term, add plus 7 to find out the last term. This is the step you should follow. Divide the greatest 3-digit number by 7 and subtract it by the remainder. We get 994. Then, using the nth term formula, substitute all the given values in the formula. We get n as 128. This is the number of terms where 7 divides 3-digit numbers. Students, based on the previous question what you have solved, apply those same concept. Try to solve these two questions. How many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? Write down the smallest and greatest 2-digit number and divide it by 3. Find out first term and last term. In the same way, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 6? Practice this question and find out the solution. Students, moving to next question. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? How many number of multiples which lie between 10 and 250? The given numbers are 10 and 250. Is 10 divisible by 4? No. Is 250 divisible by 4? No. So what you do? Divide 10 by 4 and 250 by 4. 10 divided by 4. What you get? 4 2s are 8. The remainder is 2. Now subtract 10 minus the remainder. We get 8. But 8 does not lie between 10 and 250. For 8 you should add 4. We get 12. Therefore, the first term is 12. Now to get the next term, what we should do? We should add plus 4. 12 plus 4 is 16. Now 16 plus 4 is 20. To find the number of terms or number of multiples, we should know the last term. How to find out last term? Divide 250 by 4. 4 6 are 24. The remainder is 10. Again 4 2s are 8. The remainder is 2. Now subtract 2 from 250. What you get is 248. 248 lie between 10 and 250. Therefore, the last term is 248. Students, this list of numbers forms an AP because the common difference exists. What is the common difference? 16 minus 12 is 4. 20 minus 16 is 4. Common difference exists. Therefore, this is a list of numbers which forms an AP. Therefore, what is the first term? The first term A equals 12. Then D equals A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2. We get 4. Then, what is the last term? AN equals 248. Now, we should find out the number of terms or number of multiples between 10 and 250 which are divisible by 4. Using which formula? Using AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. Now substitute all these values in this formula. What is AN? That is 248. What is the value of A? That is 12 plus N minus 1 as it is, because we should find out what is the value of D. D is 4. Now shift this 12 to LHS. What you get? 248 minus 12, which is equal to the remaining term is N minus 1 into 4. Now 248 minus 12, what we get is 632. 236, which is equal to N minus 1 into 4. Now divide both sides by 4. What you get? N minus 1 equals 236 divided by 4. 4 and the denominator 4 will cancel out. Now what we get is 236 divided by 4. Now do the division. 4 ones are 4 5s are, then what we get is remainder is 3, 36. 4 9s are 36. What we get is 59 equals n minus 1. Therefore n equals 59 plus 1. Therefore n equals 60. The number of terms or number of multiples which lie between 10 and 250 is 60. There are 60 multiples of 4 which lie between 10 and 250. Students, moving to next question. For what value of n? For what value of n are the n terms of these two APs, that is 63, 65, 67 and so on, and 3, 10, 17 so on are equal? For what value of n, so that this n terms, that is nth term of these two APs are equal. Now for the first AP we should find out the nth term. The same way for second AP we should find out the nth term. We should equate the nth terms of these two APs, then we should find out the value of n. Now moving to first AP, 63, 65, 67 and so on. For this AP we should find out the nth term, that is what is the value of A, that is 63. Then D equals A2 minus A1, that is 65 minus 63. So 65 minus 63 is 2. Now we should find out the nth term using an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. Value of n is unknown. What is the value of an? That is nth term. We should find out an equals, what is the value of a? That is 63 plus n minus 1 into d is what? 2. So nth term of first AP equals 63 plus, then multiply 2 into n is 2n. The same way 2 into 1 is 2, plus into minus minus. Now 63 minus 2 is 61. The remaining term is 2n. Therefore nth term of first AP is 61 plus 2n. I'll take this as equation 1. Now what is the second AP? The second AP is 3, 10, 17 and the list goes on. A equals 3, D equals A2 minus A1. What we get is 10 minus 3, that is 7. Again we should find out the nth term of this second AP, that is using an equals a plus n minus 1 into d. An equals, what is the value of a? 3 plus n minus 1 as it is, what is the value of d? Which is 7. So an equals 3 plus, now multiplied 7 into n is 7n, 7 ones are 7. An equals 3 minus 7 is minus 4, the remaining term is 7n. Taking this as equation 2. According to the question, for what value of n, thus the nth term of these two APs are equal, that is the nth term of these two APs will be equal. Now according to question, equation 1 will be equal to equation 2. Equate RHS of equation 1 and RHS of equation 2. What we get? 61 plus 2n equals minus 4 plus 7n. Now shift this minus 4 to LHS plus 2n to RHS. What we get? 61 minus 4, after shifting it becomes plus 4, which is equal to 7n plus 2n, after shifting it becomes minus 2n. Now 61 plus 4 is 65, which is equal to 7n minus 2n is 5n. Now n equals 65, divide both sides by 5, therefore n equals 65 divided by 5. Now n equals 5 ones are 5, 13s are. Therefore when n equals 13, when n equals 13, the nth term of these two APs will be equal. That is n equals 13. When n equals 13, the nth term of these two APs will be equal. Friends, thank you for watching the video. Until the next video, practice all these questions. If you find my videos are useful, subscribe, like and share the video. Thank you again.